Welcome to the Lead, Learn, Thrive podcast by Raffa. This show is a series of conversations with interesting nonprofit and private sector leaders and those who help them do more. You will hear candid and insightful interviews that get to the heart of what makes great organizations thrive and makes impact possible.
Welcome to Raffa's Lead, Learn, Thrive podcast. I am your host, Karen Schuler, a managing director here at Raffa. Today we're talking with Tony Cancelosi, the president and CEO of the Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind. So today's topic is all about change and how change impacts our organizations, our missions. I wanted to start us off with just a general question around change. We see change happening quickly, we see it happening slowly, but one thing we do know is that change is ever present. As you think about change at Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind and you think about your almost 13 years tenure there, can you talk to us a little bit about how change has impacted perhaps technology at Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind?
I think technology has a major impact, especially from the standpoint of the numbers of people who are losing their sight. And any organization that builds technology looks at life expectancy and how many people can it affect. So I'll give you a couple statistics. There's 24 million people in the United States that are visually impaired and blind. 14.7 of them are women. 9.7 of them are individuals 18 to 64. So if you're a technology company, what are you looking for? You're looking for size. What's the impact that if you create a new technology and implement it, you could be affecting 24 million people. That is a huge market. So if Apple came out tomorrow with a navigation tool that said any visually impaired and blind person can use it, there's 24 million people out there they can sell it to. So take that as the starting point, that technologists look for ways to impact in large numbers. They're not looking to serve 5,000 people. They're looking for the large numbers. But technology clearly has affected the visually impaired and blind, and even the deafblind, because it gives them a tool that replicates something they don't have, and that's their sight. So we've created, with some vendors, technology to navigate Metro in such a way that they could go to any Metro station in the future. Now we've done this in 11 Metro stations, that they could navigate that complete gallery placed Metro station and navigate it through their iPhone. That's
Wow.
all through technology. We added a new feature to it this year where we added little iBeacons, and iBeacons have become very marketable. Starbucks does it. If you sign up with Starbucks, they can navigate a message to you within 100 yards of their store through your iPhone.
Wow.
Using these little iBeacons. And so when you look at Metro, we can navigate through the Metro station. When a person is leaving the Metro station, they can select a menu that will tell them what's at that station. Busboys and Poets, Safeway, a bank, and so forth. So it becomes a great marketing tool for Metro and the technology. So technology is a very key component.
Want to pursue. I know there are often lots of ideas and new things. So how do you find that balance between, new technologies, new innovations, and which ones are the right ones for you to pursue?
Well, if you look at Columbia Lighthouse, we're over 115 people strong. Almost 80% are visually impaired and blind. And a lot of our people who are O&M instructors, independent living instructors, are also blind. So we have an embedded base of individuals that can test this as it comes out to say how viable it is. Because there's a lot of things that are announced that are just futuristic, but
Right.
not practical. So we have the in-house talent to evaluate it. And then when we do see something, we zero in on it, like 508 accessibility for all websites. We have zeroed in on that because we've got the people, we've got the technology, and we have the ability to do it. So having the in-house talent and having that many individuals that are visually impaired and blind, we're testing all the time.
That's terrific. I think another area of change in addition to technology is our organization's relationships with donors and how donors connect to us and maybe a change in the way that donors are potentially connecting to us. Can you speak about that?
Yes. I feel very confident, including myself, as we're aging, we look to see where and how we could still have quality of life as we're aging. And when people recognize the fact that someone is losing their sight or having some other disability, they're looking for stability of how they might give that person quality of life, a way to still be existence in whatever they do. It's like a lawyer can still stay a lawyer by using the technologies that's available and the training that we give them. So I think donors look for how we're impacting people's lives from the standpoint of still doing and still have quality of life that they could still participate.
Great. And have you seen any shift in the overlap between donors and technology? I know we have social media and the ability to give online. Has any of that impacted Columbia Lighthouse?
We get a lot of people calling us and say, by the way, did you see this or did you see that? Did you hear this? What do you think of that? And we have several board members and advisory board members that do it all the time. And we look into it, or we'll respond to it and say, by the way, that could be a good idea. And in most cases, the population we're serving probably can't afford it, or we can't afford to implement at a large level of distribution. It might serve a few, which we will take that on also. But we're looking for something that across the board that we can give each person something that they could change the quality of their life instantaneously.
Great. And as you think about the last 12, 13 years where you've at Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind, let's talk also a little bit about unexpected change. I think unexpected change is not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes there's an innovation that's just life-altering in a wonderful way, and sometimes there's unexpected change that's a bigger challenge. As you think about unexpected change and your time at Columbia Lighthouse, can you give us an example of an unexpected change and what the organization did to navigate it?
I think the unexpected change is the number of people, 24 million people and growing, that are visually impaired and blind. That's something we probably could not anticipate, knowing that we've got good medical attention, good this, good that. But because we have an aging population of 250 million people over the age of 65 now, the aging process has suppressed that and moved it forward. And that's a change that we're all looking at and saying, how are we going to serve 24 million people, 14.7 million women? But more challenging is the 18 to 65-year-old that's losing their sights. The high rates of diabetes, diabetic retinopathy, the high rates of obesity, which is not going down. So they're unexpected changes in that they're not going down, they're increasing. That's an unexpected change. I mean, you would think that we would be more in tune not to be obese, get checked regularly. So I think the health side of it is the big unexpected change, that the numbers are getting so big, we're trying to figure out how we're going to serve.
I know that change is, it's always an interesting topic. As you look forward, is there anything that you're keeping your eye on that Columbia Lighthouse might want to be positioned to take advantage of a future change?
Well, I think one of the two things. One is we're looking to see how collectively organizations like ourselves can come together and either integrate, partner, or acquire more of a infrastructure to serve better. It's not just one organization that can do it all. So we're going to have to consolidate down the road, and that's going to be a big challenge for all of us to kind of say, here's my value and here's your value. How do we integrate the two values? So any acquisition that you do has to have something that supports it at a level that you're going to make a major change by doing it. And that's why you see all these big companies integrating together, because they see the market so big that they need to do that because they can't do it alone. I think the other part of it is recognizing that if the medical side of it doesn't change, there's more work that has to be done either with technology or more people providing the services like we do, independent living skills, orientation, mobility, job training, because that's going to keep people busy and it's going to give them the quality of life.
Right. Tony, thank you so much for visiting with us today and sharing your thoughts and insights on change and organizations.
The Raffa Learning Community is a resource that aims to connect, inspire, and empower you with the knowledge to do more. Let us know what you want to hear, and we will work to make it happen.